Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be demoing the new winter set by Merit. They do a little set like this every winter and they nail it every year. This year is no exception. It's absolutely stunning. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, get comfy on the couch, and let's go ahead and demo this. We're going to be doing comparison swatches of all of these new shades. So let's talk about the packaging first. It always comes in the most beautiful box. So this year we have this ivory cream shade, and then you have this sleeve. The sleeve has all of the information of the products that you're getting in the back, and it just slides off like so. And you have this beautiful box that I usually repurpose, so I use it as an organizer. Sometimes I'll keep it on top of my desk to organize certain items, so I really do love Merit's packaging. On the inside, it opens up like so, and you have the Merit emblem, and then you have all of your products nestled up inside. Now in this set, you get 6 items, and out of the 6 items, only 2 of those items are miniature. So everything else is full size. 4 of the items are in limited edition shades. There's 2 limited edition shades in this set, which is Cormier and Mink. Now, Mink is gonna be in their Solo Shadow Sheen, and this is described as a soft gray with a touch of brown. It's absolutely stunning. You guys know I love cool toned shades, and I find that this particular shade is a very wearable cool toned gray. I find that even people that don't really look good in cool tones say because this has that touch of brown in it, makes it actually very wearable even for those people who don't really look very good in cool tone shades. So if that's you, I would highly recommend you try Mink. It's absolutely stunning. Next up, we have a miniature flush bomb in a brand new color in Cormier. This is described as a warm rose brown. She's beautiful. We're gonna also compare her to Fox and a couple other shades I have here. Also in the set, you get Cormier in the lip sheen. If you guys are not familiar with the lip sheens, they are a beautiful lip oil with a touch of shimmer. This is not gritty at all, and the consistency is absolutely stunning. It has just the right pigmentation, in my opinion. You get a full-size lip liner in Cormier as well, and I love Merit's lip liner formula. It's absolutely stunning. And if you're not familiar with Merit's lip liners, they have this twist up and twist down mechanical mechanism, which I absolutely love. If you're looking for a lip liner that does not tug the lips at all, look no further. I feel like their lip liners also double as lipsticks, which, you know, I'm always here for a versatile product. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna swatch the lip sheen right under it. It truly is a beautiful soft rose brown. I love that the lip sheen, the shimmer in this is very subtle, which I think makes it perfect for basically an everyday with a little bit of oomph. Let's swatch the blush right under that. If you're not familiar with the Merit Flush Bombs, these have a dewier finish. It's not gonna completely set down. So you are gonna be left with a soft, dewy finish. You get a miniature Merit mascara, and you get a full size of their #2 brush. This is their eyeshadow brush, but honestly, you can use this for concealer. It's dual-ended, so you can use the thinner side for eyeliner or smudging any eyeshadow, or concealer in detailed areas. So this is a beautiful multi-purpose brush. If you haven't tried it, this is like the perfect set for you guys to try basically almost everything in their line. Let's go ahead and swatch Mink. Now, because Mink has a touch of brown in it, I feel that it really ties this look in with the lip and cheek color. The Merit Eye Sheen formula, you have enough time to blend it out with a brush or a finger, however you choose to apply it. The formula is buildable, so if you want a wash of color, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to build it up for something more glam and intense, you can do that as well. Going in with their Complexion stick in Ecru, for those of you who use me as a shade reference. Their Complexion stick, for those of you who don't know, also doubles as concealer, so you don't have to use it like I'm using it right now as an all-over foundation. You can actually just build it up in the areas that you want to, for those of you who prefer to just apply a little bit of concealer and go about your routine. And of course, my skin is super glowy because I applied 2 pumps of the Merit Great Skin Serum. It's been really cold here in Florida, and because I've been doing so many comparison swatches for you guys, my skin is a little drier than usual, and the Merit serum saves my skin every time. So if you haven't tried that, highly recommend. Next, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Merit's bronzer in the color Clay. And we're just gonna warm up the skin a little bit. This is basically a goof-proof product for those of you who either are beginners at makeup, or you know, maybe don't have a very steady hand, or don't have the patience to be sitting there and just getting very precise with your bronzer or contour. I find that the Merit Complexion stick is super easy to use and very easy to blend. This has more of a natural finish, so when you apply it onto the skin, it's gonna feel emollient, but then it'll kind of set down, not to any kind of satin or matte finish at all. It's more of a natural type of finish. And one of the things I like about these products is all of the Merit products play well with literally any other makeup brand or makeup finish, whether that's matte, whether it's satin, whether it's extra dewy, natural. I just like the versatility of and the ease of use of their products. Now for eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my Westman Atelier brow pencil in the color Clay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows first, because we're gonna be swatching these colors on the eyes. So when I bring you guys in a little closer, you know, I don't want you to be distracted by the psychotic state of my brows. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Merit Brow Gel in the color Light Brown. This gives me just the right amount of hold. It doesn't leave my brows crunchy, and it gives me just the right amount of color. I have fairly thick brows, so I don't need something that's super pigmented, and I have really long brow hairs, so I don't need a formula that's going to make them stick up or get very hard and crunchy, which is why I just continue to repurchase their brow gel. All right, let's go ahead and start with the blush. Now you can swipe this directly onto the skin, or you can go in with a brush. I'm gonna be using my BK Beauty 112 brush, and you can blend this out with your fingers as well. Now you guys know I have combination to oily skin, so because my skin is much drier when it's cold like this in the winter, these are not as dewy as they normally are. So I usually pull out my Merit blushes during this season because I prefer the finish on my skin versus wearing it when it's like the dead of summer here and it's humid and really hot. So here we have Hormel. Now I'm gonna build this up for the sake of this video, but this is as much blush as I would normally wear. You can definitely build this up. And it blends out really nicely. Okay, so I went ahead and I applied it to the rest of my face. Again, this was built up for the purpose of this video, but I normally would not wear this much blush. I did bring it over the bridge of my nose. I kind of like that sun-kissed type of look. The lighting is a little bit weird, so this for some reason is looking as if I have some kind of texture on my face, but I don't. Sometimes the shadows in this room can be a little tricky. For those of you who don't know, I film in natural light. I don't have any fixed box lights or anything like that, so what you see is what you're gonna get in my videos. At some point I plan to invest in box lights and get my beauty room set up, but that's a project for the future. We've have a lot of more pressing projects to get through in this house, so we just finished the back porch, and that took most of the year to get done because we had to do the floors, just the whole thing. We did sustain damage to our roof with the last hurricane, Hurricane Milton, in October, and the insurance company took an eternity to approve that. So we are pretty much done with projects for the rest of this year because we're already in the holidays and we usually host. So okay, so here is one light layer of mink. Again, it's a stunning soft gray with a little touch of brown. The shimmers are very subtle. It gives a very subtle smoky look that you can wear during the day or out. I'm gonna add a second layer just so that you guys can see that this gets pretty deep very quickly. So this is 2 layers. And this layers beautifully over powder eyeshadow or even the Merit matte shades, which I'm gonna show you on the other eye. I'm gonna go in with a 3rd layer just for the sake of this video. And there you have it. 3 layers. Let's even this out. I need a little bit more on the outer corner. So it's definitely a nice deep charcoal gray when you start to build it up, but nonetheless, it is stunning. Let's go ahead and do the other eye. I'm gonna show you how this layers over Vachetta. I think it's gonna look lovely. This is one of Merit's matte single shades. And I thought that it would look lovely over this because mink has a touch of brown in it. So Vachetta is kind of like a nude camel brown that on my skin tone, it's like the perfect nude. But see, there is Eyeshadow. And now I'm gonna use the #2 brush to layer mink over it. When I'm layering a darker shade like this, I do like to use the brush because I do need a little bit of more precision when applying it. The Merit shadow sheens have more of a moussey consistency, and then they dry down to a powdery finish. And I'm going in with a light hand and keeping that on the lower portion of the lid first before dispersing it elsewhere. Okay, so here we have mink layered over Eyeshadow. And you can see the difference in between both eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and I applied some of their mascara to my top lashes. What I love about when they do miniature mascaras, I love that they don't jip you on the wand. The wand of this is the exact size as if you were to have bought the full-size mascara. I find that when you get minis and the brush is not the same size, it's like a miniature version, it doesn't work. It doesn't work the same for me. Leave me a comment down below if you guys are in the same camp, but yes, I love that they gave us a full-size wand. I love this mascara. It is a tubing mascara, but without the mess. So when you take this off, it's not a hot mess in your shower or your sink. It comes off immediately. It does not flake on your skin. It does not flake all over your shower and sink. So I didn't put it to you this way. I didn't know this was a tubing mascara until I read the description. Until I may have heard somebody say, oh, Merit's tubing mascara. And I'm like, that can't be right. That can't be right. And I looked it up and I'm like, oh, yes it is. Okay. And what I love about this formula is that it doesn't dry out early. You literally get full use out of this. This is not going to start flaking when it gets old. You'll know that you need to replace your mascara when you've run out. That's why I continue to purchase this over and over and over again. Okay, so I wanted to hold up these shades right next to each other so you can see exactly what I layered today. One of the main differences between the packaging in both of these is one has a silver top, obviously, with a clear vessel, and the mattes have a gold top with a black kind of brown vessel. These also click shut and these do not. However, as long as you shut them tightly, you're not gonna have a problem. Now let's do the lips. So we're gonna go in with the lip liner. Now, although this is emollient, a lot of you had the question asking if it stays put or if it bleeds because it's so emollient. This does not bleed and it does stay put. It actually stays put so well that when I'm gonna put the sheen over it now, you will clearly see exactly where I put that lip liner. I prefer this formula over a traditional lip liner formula because I have such dry lips. Lip liners are one of those things that has always been a love and hate relationship for me because they just dry out my lips even further. It doesn't matter which ones I use, it's just the name of the game, you know? Going in with the lip sheen. And with the Merit ones, because of their consistency, I don't find that it dries out my lips. There's no feathering either. But there we have the lip sheen. And you can see that you can clearly see exactly where I've etched out with the lip liner. I love this formula so much that I purchased every single color. And because of its emollients, I feel like it doubles as lipstick. And yes, I have used it as lipstick before when I have been in a pinch and I either forgot my lipstick when switching my stuff out of my handbag, and it worked just fine and it did not dry out my lips. It gave me just the right amount of hydration and sheen without looking dry and crusty. Now let's get into some comparison swatches. Okay, here we have the comparison swatches of the blush. So in the middle we have Courmayeur, and then on top here we have Fox, and then we have Bespoke. Bespoke is more of a rosewood kind of shade. I feel like Courmayeur is more of that warm rose, and Fox is lighter and has a little bit more, like a touch of orange in there. Trying to get the glare to not obstruct the swatch. So although these may look very similar in the bullet, they are not the same. The last color I wanted to compare was the brand new shade that was launched in the little holiday trio set. If you didn't pick this up, this is amazing, especially for those of you who love the Flush Bombs. These Flush Bombs have a cult following, so I know there's people who buy these miniature sets literally every year they drop. So Redux, I'm gonna put right across the bottom just so we can see that. So I find Redux to be have a little bit more red to it, and Courmayeur has more of that brown to it. However, when you look at these colors directly from the bullet, it can be so deceiving, which is why I do these swatches for you guys. I feel that the two new shades for this year are definitely not similar. You're definitely getting two different shades. And if you already own Bespoke and Fox, you don't need to worry about it. These are the two new shades. This is Redux and Courmayeur. Absolutely stunning. Do not be deceived by the miniature versions, guys. The miniature blushes last forever. Those of you who also own the miniature, I need you to sound off below and tell everybody else how long those suckers last. Because Fox, let me put this into perspective for you really quick. Fox, this is a miniature set, a miniature of Fox that I got during their very first miniature set launch that came in the little white cube. That's how old this is, okay? And it's still working just fine. Now let's get into shelf life really quick of the products. So the shade Slick Sheen has a 18-month shelf life. The lip liner has a 24-month shelf life, and so does the Flush Bombs. Now the mascara and the Solo Shadow Sheen have a 6-month shelf life. I have had my single shadows for way more than 6 months, and to not embarrass myself, I'm not gonna give you like the exact age of these. I'm just gonna tell you they work just fine. Just close them tightly and you'll be good to go. Don't do what I do, okay? Like if you have sensitive skin and very reactive skin, I'm never going to recommend you use expired makeup. I'm just saying, mine have lasted way more than the 6 months. Now let's get into the comparisons between Mink and Iris. So here we have Mink and this is Iris. So these are the most similar in tone out of all the sheens, but obviously they're not the same. One is definitely a soft gray with a little touch of brown, and one is a true dusty plum. I did a shorts comparing these two shades. If you have not seen that, go ahead and watch that shorts, because I'm showing you these also in direct sunlight so you guys can really see the sparkles and the beautiful sheen that these have. Okay, here we have Mink and Iris. Beautiful shades. Clearly these are gonna be my go-to shades for this fall winter season. They're both cool tone shades and I absolutely love that. You guys know I always love me a good plummy shade. Now I want to show you guys, I can't show you on my eyes, but I'm going to show you on my arm how Iris layers over Social. So this would be like its comparable sister to layer over. And let me just show you guys how this would layer. I feel like Mink would also layer really nicely over this shade as well. So I guess I can do both, right? So here are both colors layered. We have Iris layered over Social and Mink layered over Social. These colors not only layer beautifully over the Merit matte shades, but they also layer beautifully over any other powder or cream shadow that you may have. You can go in with a very light hand. Obviously my swatches are bigger, a little bit more intense, just so that you guys can really get a good look at what those colors look like. Another really quick comparison swatch that I want to do is Mink by Westman Atelier. You guys remember this shade? This limited edition trio that landed one of those holiday seasons? So here are those two shades side by side. Clearly the Westman Atelier has more of a gold finish. It's definitely warmer in tone. Okay, here we have Westman Atelier and Mink and the Merit shade in Mink. Definitely not the same. The Merit shades has bigger and more prominent glitter, and the Merit one has very finely milled, slightly holographic shimmers. The Westman one is definitely gritty and the Merit one is not. And for those of you who are wondering, this was like some limited edition shade. It came in like a trio. This definitely is way expired and it definitely does burn on the eyelids when I wear it. So we're not going to be wearing that for a prolonged period of time, but I do keep these shades around for comparison purposes. Now that you have seen that I have been talking, I have been drinking, you can definitely still see exactly where I lined my lips. So again, the Merit lip liners are great. I absolutely love them. It's an amazing formula. I love that it's in a mechanical vessel, because there's nothing more that annoys me having to carry like a sharpener in my purse in a separate little baggie to sharpen my lip liners. One more look at the Mink eyeshadow. Here I am directly in front of my window, and remember that on this eye I'm wearing 3 layers of Mink, and on this eye I layered it over Vachetta. Okay, so here I am in front of artificial light. Okay, you guys, obviously my overall thoughts is that I love this set. I pick it up every year. Every year it's different. Every year it sells out. Merit is kind enough to offer me an affiliate link. It's one of the few companies that offers me an affiliate link, and I'm eternally grateful. So if you guys want to shop this set, you will see my Merit affiliate link in the comment section, and it does help support this channel. I'm eternally grateful for all of you guys who choose to use that link. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's the only other social media platform I'm currently active on. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload a video. And let me know what you guys think about this final look. I absolutely love it. You guys are going to be seeing me. You guys are definitely going to see me wear lots of these shades of this coming winter fall season. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.